Hey everyone, Miss Hennessy here. Welcome back to my channel. So if you notice, I'm wearing the same outfit I was wearing in the previous video from yesterday. That's because I obviously am. I decided I wanted to just try and get as many videos done as possible because they do take a little bit of time. I kind of like, I take out whatever it is that I want to do a video on and I kind of plan what I want to say and blah, blah, blah. So it does take up quite a bit of time, especially because I'm still doing these in one take. Ran into a little bit of issue with being able to get the videos from my phone onto my computer to actually edit and do stuff with them, so that really sucks, especially because I got a package I'm absolutely going crazy over and I haven't been able to actually go through everything. I know that I could, but I do want it to be like a genuine unboxing, so besides like opening it to make sure all the main components were there, I haven't gone through it and I'm going absolutely crazy about it. But it is what it is. I will figure out the problem hopefully tomorrow, and then hopefully the day following from that I will actually be able to do the video. It is a video that has to be edited, and I think you guys will understand when you see the video and you watch the video why it would just be really weird if I did it all in one take. It'd be really jumpy and just, you'll understand when you see what it is that I'm trying to show you. But it is G1 My Little Pony related, and it also includes some vintage Barbie stuff as well. Now, speaking of Barbie, that's what this video is about. So, I'm not supposed to be buying anything anymore. I went on a huge bender today and I got a lot, like a lot. I'm not going to talk about that in this video though, because I do plan on making a video talking about mental health, like my mental health issues, things that are working for me, and also what I do and how I feel when I relapse, which is like what I did today. I would consider it a relapse. But this isn't the video for that. Like I said, this is actually going to be a toy reveal. And we're gonna see some Barbies that I got today and yesterday. Now I had to divide them into two different piles because I'm also including some vintage Barbie furniture that I got a couple weeks ago. And there's just, like I said, I went on a bender today. I got a lot of dolls and a lot of other stuff. Like Build-A-Bear, My Little Pony, Legos, action figures, a lot of stuff. That's not even a third. Okay, ignoring all that though, ignoring all of that, what I'm saying is we're going to divide this into two different videos. So here we go on the first part. So I'm going to show you a couple of little smaller things first. Now this I don't think is Mattel or Barbie just because I don't see any writing on it at all. Like I cannot tell what the brand is whatsoever. But it is definitely Barbie size, so I thought I would include it in this video. And then this is also not Mattel or Barbie. It is from 2003. And if I can see, it's really hard to read like that tiny, just slightly raised writing on the bottom. That black stuff is not the writing saying the brand. It's, just that typical raised font. So it's really hard to see. But I think it says LTD ABC. And then I know it says 2003. But I thought it was still, it could be like a Barbie, like Kelly-sized item. I still have to test it out to see, but there's that. And then this item is definitely Mattel. And it is from 2016. It's a little Barbie Mattel dog bed. It even has like the little traditional Barbie head symbol on the side of it. I actually have two of these for sale if anybody's Barbie dog is missing a bed. Alright, heading to the big stuff, to the big furniture before we get to the actual dolls. So this stuff still needs to be cleaned off. I'm just so super behind and I haven't had the time to do so. Obviously it is missing the little handle right there. I think I'm going to make that with polymer clay before I do sell this. There's all that. I guess I could just open it and show you, right? Isn't that kind of the point, is to open it? There's all that. And let's see, this is from 2002. So not yet vintage. 1 year from vintage for this one. Vintage, a lot of people find it like a really loose term. I don't. I consider vintage to be like a very set thing, and I do consider it to be anything 20 years or older. That is the typical definition. However, again, a lot of people just totally misuse the word. I've also noticed there's somebody on Etsy who does not, I don't think they understand what the term retro means, because when they post their G1 My Little Pony, they're not the retro versions, like the ones made, today. So they write it with everything. They'll literally write vintage G1 My Little Pony from the 80s, retro pony. Like, no, it's not retro. Anyways, so then we have this next. Typically, so it is a china cabinet and typically would have, like that cardboard, like so. Oh, nope, can't see this. There we go, cardboard. And it would just have the images of all the china in the background. And this is actually from 1998. This is deep down in there, if you guys can see that, maybe. Maybe. I don't know if I'm making it more difficult or not. But yeah, so I was thinking of actually printing that out on some like nice hard paper, almost like cardboard in a sense, and putting that in myself, so we'll see. I really want to be like a one-stop shop, especially for My Little Pony. I want to customize, I want to deflock, I want to rehair, I want to restore, like I want to do everything, and not just for pony stuff, but for Barbie stuff too. So when I clean it, like I said, I want to, you know, I want to remake that handle if I can't find one to buy, which I doubt I can. You know, I want to be able to put the images back inside of everything. I really do want to be a one-stop shop for toys, and hopefully I can just keep expanding. So this will be kind of like a little test for me. Next up, we have a little blue couch. And this is from 2007, so this one's not vintage. Oh, speaking of the second dog bed, which is funny. I don't know why I didn't realize that would be in there. Like, duh, I got it when I got this stuff. That's how much stuff I get. I'm starting to forget what comes with what. That's horrible. Alright, obviously this matches the other item. So what did I say? 2003, I believe. Actually, I don't think it says the date on this one. But obviously, these two guys go together. Close. There we go. And every video I drop something. Every video. I gotta expect it. It's gonna happen. And we got one more, a blue sofa. And this one is 1998 for this one. So this one is vintage. Definitely dirty, definitely needs a good cleaning. So I will do that obviously before I list it for sale. And now we're gonna head on into the dolls for this video. First up, we have this vintage springtime Barbie. Now I don't know if this is the exact Barbie that goes with this dress, but from what I did do research on online, this dress itself is definitely the vintage one. I think it said from the 1990s and was positive on that part. And then again, I just have to double check with the doll. She has her dangling earrings on each side. She even has her gold ring still. Little stuff like that tends to get lost pretty easily. Really big gown. I also want to look up why it's like this. Like you see like this little string right here. I have no idea what that is. Like, it's so weird. And I mean, the holes are like meant to be there, so it's not like somebody did that themselves. Like, I'm assuming it has a purpose. No, I'm assuming it has a purchase, yes. She purchases things. Probably better if she did than me. Alright, next up we have another 1990s Barbie. And this one is a teacher. And this is her dress. She also has both her earrings. And she even has her ring as well. Now she looks like she had like a hair tie or something in her hair. And it's crazy how this, like, you can usually tell, or at least for me, like one of my signs that it's going to be a vintage Barbie is if it did have like a rubber band in its hair. The rubber band is like it like crumbles basically. Like you touch it and it literally crumbles like a hard cookie, I guess. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. I mean, you kind of see that it just crumbles. This one's red, so it's probably some sort of colored rubber band, but typically they're like this like golden brown almost, and they were probably a lot lighter in color, and they've just darkened and hardened over time from being, you know, in a garage, and the heat to the cold to the hot, you know, stuff like that. So that is definitely one thing I'm like, oh, she's got the crusty rubber band going on, she's probably vintage, and then I end up being right every single time I've guessed that. So thank you, crusty rubber bands. Moving on, we have Skipper. So this is marked 1987, but I do believe that like most of the older Skipper dolls are going to be marked 1987. Definitely does not mean that's when she was made. I think this one was made in the early to mid 90s, but I could be wrong on that. It's just I do remember this Barbie. I remember the earrings. I remember the swimsuit. Like as soon as I saw it, those memories came flooding back to me. I was like, I had this as a kid. Now, I don't remember if these are supposed to be on Skipper, if they're supposed to actually be on Barbie. The top does keep slipping down, which is, you know, kind of a pain in the butt. But it used to have, used to have these little straps. I don't know if you guys can see that. They were like these basically clear, supposed to be clear straps that would go around it. And I remember as a kid, I always picked them off, and I would pick it off bit by bit by bit. And I bet a lot of kids did that, honestly. But yeah, so I need to look if it did originally go on Skipper, if it was supposed to go on a Barbie doll, but I do plan on keeping whatever doll it was supposed to go on. So if I don't have the doll it was supposed to go on, then I'll probably just keep Skipper in the meantime and kind of go from there. But this one I will be keeping in my collection, at least the bathing suit, at least the outfit. So we'll see about the doll. And then we even have another Skipper doll, who of course is also marked 1987 on the back of her head as well. And for those of you who don't know, so they'll have, Barbie dolls will have their lower back marked, and then they'll also have just above their neck marked as well. And you can't go off of those dates. A lot of Barbie dolls will say 1966 on their back, and a lot of them will say 1976 on the base of their head, and that is definitely not the date on most of them, obviously. But anyway, so here we have another Skipper doll. Definitely a slightly different look. This one has a little bit more of like a fake tan look going on. Girl, you just want to show everybody your thing. No shame. I don't know. Does this not look like she went to a fake tanning bed too many times? We've all seen those people, right? It's not just an Arizona thing. I don't think it's an Arizona thing. I think it's an all over kind of thing. But anyways, I think this is actually a clone outfit. And for those of you who don't know, clone outfit would just be basically somebody made it or a company made it. A lot of times they're handmade and it's just meant to go on a Barbie doll. But again, it's not an actual Barbie or actual Mattel item. Let's see if one of these, I know one that does. So flipping this jacket inside out, you will see the tag that says Genuine Barbie with a big B. If it has that tag, obviously it's because it's actually made by Mattel and made by Barbie, or for Barbie, because Mattel is the company that makes Barbie. So it's not like Barbie made it, if that makes sense. Anyways, but yeah. And the last doll I want to show you in this video is going to be this Ken doll. And I have to double check to make sure, but I do believe he is vintage. It says 1990 on the back of his neck. Again, you can't believe that stuff. And then it says 1968 on his back. And that's probably because that is when the patent for Ken actually came out. I don't know, don't quote me on that one, but from what I was told, it has to do with a patent and a claim, basically. Anyways, the outfit I do know is vintage. I actually had the Baywatch Barbie and Ken. It came with a little, I think it was a little tiny killer whale, or maybe it was a dolphin. But I did have the dolphin. You'd hit the switch on the bottom and it would actually make dolphin noises. I love that thing. And I actually have one of them somewhere and I want to find it so bad. But he has this outfit, short shirt and tennis shoes. And yeah. So, if you don't know, 90 to 100% of what you see in my videos is for sale. So I want you guys to go into my videos or these types of videos, unless it's called a My Collection Tour, go into them thinking that everything you see is for sale. With that said, everything you saw in this video was for sale unless I specifically told you that I was keeping it. For example, I told you that I plan to keep this outfit, and if Skipper is who it originally belongs to, then I would be keeping the Skipper doll as well. I didn't say I was keeping anything else that I showed you, and that means that it is all for sale. So, all right. Oh, I have a new Instagram account. It is a sales account. I will be posting a lot of stuff on it over the next few days since I'm doing inventory. I'm also taking the time to clean a few things, like putting some stuff to the side that I specifically want to clean, and then I'll be taking pictures of that and listing that. So I'm going to be doing a huge listing of a lot of stuff on my Depop and on my sales Instagram. Both of those are linked in the description below, so check them out, and I think that's it. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, have a good one.